You already know this, but last year's NFL draft class included some breakout rookies, such as Jaden Daniels of the Commanders, Jared Verse of the Rams, and Brian Thomas Jr. of the Jaguars. Unfortunately, most of the highly rated prospects from last year's class didn't have a fantastic season, but hey, that's normal. A lot of guys need a year or two to get their feet underneath them. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 second-year players who are due to have breakout seasons in 2025. Let's go. The first player on this list is quarterback Drake Maye. Drake Maye had an alright rookie season given the situation that he was placed in. It's really hard to make chicken salad when you're given chicken crap. But Drake Maye was given a grade of 70.1 from PFF, and that's pretty decent. Drake Maye is number 1 on this list because of the wholesale changes that the New England Patriots made this offseason to support Drake Maye. The Patriots vastly improved their coaching staff by replacing former head coach Jerod Mayo and offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt with Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels' resume speaks for itself. He's a 6-time Super Bowl champion, and his offensive units under his coaching with the Patriots were consistently ranked among the top 10 in the NFL, including being the number 1 ranked offense in 2007, 2012, and 2017. And I think the impact that Josh McDaniels is going to make on Drake Maye is so tremendous that Maye would still be on this list if hiring Josh McDaniels was the only move that the Patriots made this offseason. But luckily for the Patriots, they also vastly improved Drake Maye's supporting cast this offseason as well. The Patriots had the most cap space to start this year's free agency cycle, and they also spent the most in free agency. Not every signing was for the offense, but they did sign star wide receiver Stephon Diggs. Also, NFL Network showed this interesting stat. It turns out that the teams that spent the most in free agency over the last 6 off seasons increased their win total by an average of 4 wins compared to the previous season. Therefore, the Patriots should see a decent increase in their win total in 2025 compared to 2024 based on this historical trend. And if they are going to win 3 to 6 more games than they did last season, then that would imply that Drake Maye would need a huge breakout season in 2025. The Patriots also surrounded Drake Maye with top talent from the 2025 draft, which including drafting the top offensive lineman, which is Will Campbell from LSU, drafting speedy wide receiver Kyle Williams from Washington State, and drafting home run hitter TreVeyon Henderson from the Ohio State. We actually made a video about how TreVeyon Henderson will make Drake Maye a star, and I'll plop that video in the top right corner of your screen if you want to watch it. I highly recommend it. The second player on our list is linebacker Edgerrin Cooper of the Green Bay Packers. Edgerrin Cooper was a 42nd pick last year, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of cheating by putting Cooper on this list because he did have a really good rookie season, even though he didn't play a ton until week 5. However, I'm putting him on this list because I don't think many fans outside of Green Bay and maybe fans of the other NFC North teams know that much about Edgerrin Cooper. Therefore, if you don't know that much about Edgerrin Cooper, this is what you need to know, and this might be a hot take, but I don't care. Cooper is the best linebacker on the Green Bay Packers, and he might be the best all-around linebacker in the NFC North. Hear me out. Cooper posted the best overall grade out of all the NFC North linebackers last year. And just look at his pass rush grade, a score of 90. That guy is a weapon in the pass rush primarily because he is athletic as hell. And screw the NFC North. Cooper had the 5th highest grade out of all linebackers last year in the NFL. Again, the 5th highest score. He also had the 2nd best pass rush grade out of all the linebackers. Cooper does need to work on his tackling, but hey, no one's perfect. So yes, I did cheat by putting Edgerrin Cooper on this list, but I put him on here because I don't think he received the proper praise and attention that he should have last year. And after this upcoming season, I full on believe that Edgerrin Cooper will be a household name because I believe that he will be recognized as a top 5 linebacker in the NFL. Also, this might be deemed a hot take by Packers fans, but Edgerrin Cooper should never leave the field for the Green Bay Packers defense. Cooper's way too athletic in the run game and the pass game, and also he's a stellar pass rusher to not include him in base, nickel, and dime defense. Packers fans, you might disagree with me on this, but let me know in the comment section what you think about Edgerrin Cooper and how I believe that he should never leave the field for the Green Bay Packers defense. The third player on this list is wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. And if you're liking this video so far, please like and subscribe. It'll mean a ton to us. Despite being a first-round selection, Ricky was not productive last season, but he didn't play a ton because he was literally shot right before the season started, and missed close to half the season because of it. But Pearsall also did not produce a lot for the Niners offense when he was medically cleared to return because 1, he banged up his shoulder against the Green Bay Packers in week 11 and he had to battle through being hurt, and 2, because the 49ers offense didn't really have a role for him with Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and Juwan Jennings starting for them. However, Pearsall should now have a clear and defined role since Deebo Samuel was traded to the Washington Commanders. Now, Kyle Shanahan can use Ricky Pearsall in the slot and let Pearsall use his short area quickness and his top end speed to create separation with defenders and ultimately stretch the field for the 49ers offense. Therefore, Ricky should have a big season statistically, and Deebo's departure will be the catalyst for Ricky's breakout season. The 4th player on this list is linebacker Payton Wilson. Payton Wilson was the 98th pick in the 2024 draft, and he was graded the 16th best linebacker in the NFL last year, despite only playing the 66 most snaps out of all the linebackers, which was around 500 snaps. Wilson is on this list because he is an athletic freak. Wilson ran a 4.43 40-yard dash, and he reached one of the fastest speeds in all of college football when he hit 23 miles per hour during the 2023 season. However, he struggled to translate his athleticism to the football field during his rookie campaign. Specifically, he struggled against the run throughout the 2024 season, and as a result, fellow Steelers linebacker Elandon Roberts split reps with Wilson in the Steelers nickel package. However, Elandon Roberts became a free agent in 2025 and he signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. So I expect Payton Wilson to be the will linebacker in both base and nickel defense. But the Steelers did sign former Ravens linebacker Malik Harrison in free agency this year, so he could take reps away from Payton Wilson if Wilson does not answer the call again this year. But let's see what happens there. Therefore, with the season under his belt and assuming the Steelers signed Malik Harrison as a depth piece, Payton Wilson will have more opportunities to make big plays for that Steelers defense, and I expect him to have a breakout season. Last but not least, the 5th player on this breakout list is quarterback Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams had a decent rookie season by throwing for 3,500 passing yards and 20 passing touchdowns while being the most sacked quarterback in the NFL and dealing with 2 offensive play callers throughout the 2024 season. Still, he didn't have as great of a rookie campaign compared to the expectations that were placed on him after going 1st overall in the 2024 NFL Draft, which is why he's on this list. The Bears had an ideal offseason, and PFF gave them an A+ for their offseason moves. To recap their offensive moves, the Bears hired Ben Johnson, completely revamped the offensive line by bringing in left guard Joe Thuney, right guard Jonah Jackson, and center Drew Dalman. General manager Ryan Poles and company gave Caleb Williams more offensive weapons by drafting tight end Colston Loveland and wide receiver Luther Burden III in the 2025 draft. With an improved offensive line, an abundant amount of talent at his disposal, and an offensive play caller that isn't a total dimwit, Caleb Williams should be the first quarterback in Bears history to throw for 4,000 passing yards if he can play for all 17 games and stay healthy. And hey, I know it's the Bears and things will most likely go off the rails at some point throughout the 2025 season, but at least the Pope is on their side now. Maybe he can lift the curse from the Bears franchise. Who did we forget to mention on this list? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. We are the RFL Show, and we'll see you in the next video.